Okay, welcome back everyone. This is another setups video. As usual, I am done with my analysis video, and this is just the setups that I came up with in those videos. So this week, yes, we are looking to trade crypto. So we are looking to basically short crypto this week. Let's go over the reasons why. Okay, firstly, have a look at the triggers. This is the minute 30 chart as usual, and there's a clean break and hold below the last week's low, and we have the trend going down. So a simple setup is basically short anything above the weekly open or the local high above the weekly open, target the 1.2x extension. One of the reasons why I have placed my stops there, right, and not there is because this is a weekend high. This is the Sunday's high, and there is some probability that this high might get taken because crypto tends to drive up very, very quickly and then drop off like this. So that's one of the reasons why I have such a huge and wide stops. Yes, my first target is there, but you can see the final TP is there because have a look at this. Bitcoin is an inside month candle, right? It has not hit its high or low. Yes, it can close like this, definitely. Does it go all the way back up and take out the monthly high? I don't think so. I think it's going to go down, and I have other reasons to back that up. Okay, so one trade that I'm very much interested in is this one, the H2H Ichimoku trade. So let's talk a bit about Ichimoku, especially on Bitcoin. So an H2H strategy is basically a Ichimoku strategy, which means that price when it enters one edge of the Kumo is very highly likely to travel to the other edge to the other edge of the Kumo. That's it. That's the strategy. There are a lot of prerequisite for this strategy. Not sure I even got the word right, but anyways. So the requirements for this strategy are a bearish trigger crossover, which we have, a downward pointing or a free Chico span, which we have. We have a flat base, which can act as a magnet to the price. Yes, we have that as well. Okay, so H2H strategy most likely is going to play out on this. But when it comes to H2H, I am waiting for a final trigger, which is a daily close below the Senko span A. Once the market closes below the Senko span A, I will short any pullback above the cloud, right, with expecting while expecting this high to hold as my stop. Okay, so that's the whole H2H trade, and it is also in combination with the Fibonacci setup, right? The monthly low is intact and high is intact, so we believe that the market is most likely going to go towards the monthly low. So that's it. That's a trade setup for Bitcoin. Ethereum's a bit different. So Ethereum is based of local structure. What local structure? Okay. So I believe this is my range high and this could be my range low. Okay, I say could be. I'm not assuming that it will be my range low. Now, why is that my range high? So you can see last week we were just driving up into that high and the market dropped off, broke structure. Then I guess this was Saturday and Sunday. Saturday the market decides to rally back up into that high, clean break above, and then drop off the Monday open. I don't think we are visiting that high. I think that is our deviation. So once the deviation has been formed and the market is cleanly closed below the range high, again I am assuming this to be a range high and assuming this to be a range low. Okay, and that's how you go about ranges. I am expecting the market to go towards the range low. Okay, so Ethereum is more of local structure based, and we have the H4 trend as well on Ethereum, which is basically a downtrend. Okay, yes, we had a break there, but I would need more than a break to justify a trend reversal. That is why I'm looking to go short on Ethereum, calling this a deviation, entering in there, just to pull back above is fine, taking it all the way down towards the range low, or we could just settle with the FIB target. That's fine too, right? In this case, you'll see I'm actually settling with the FIB target. I am quite likely to get the fill in my opinion. I don't think the market just runs away from us, right? It might just do this big spike up and a sell off is quite possible. So there goes the short on Ethereum. Short on Bitcoin already we talked about already. There's an Ichimoku backing to that short, and you'll see that the trend of Bitcoin, right, trend of Bitcoin on H1 and H4 is a lot more defined as compared to Ethereum. So you look at the H4 trend of Bitcoin, that is completely pointing to the downside. This is our first lower low, then we have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so that's it for crypto. One funny thing happened just now. Okay, so right when I was about to switch on my recording, I generally close my toolbox. So this is my toolbox. Okay, I generally switch off my toolbox from here. So there's an X button here, and I switch off my toolbox from there. Instead of clicking on that X, I actually ended up clicking on an X there, which was a position close, a short position close, right, which happened there for NZD short. So now let's go over the trade. Okay. Yes, the position has been closed. I might reopen it, I might not. I might call it a blessing in disguise because you can see as soon as we closed it, the market has rallied up. It happened quite coincidentally. I know it is not very believable, but it is what it is. Okay. You've got to go by what I say. That's the beauty of being an online trader. So let's go over the fact as to why, or let's go over the reason why we were shorting NZD. If you look at NZD on the weekly, we have a high swept there, we have a high taken, the high broken there, which we are assuming will be a sweep and not a breakout. So yes, we are expecting a triple swing on NZD, and I know in the past triple swing hasn't worked out quite well for us, but I am ready to give it a chance here because of the market condition. The market conditions are indeed quite bearish. We already had a triple swing just 3 weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, where we took out the second week's high quite aggressively and then dropped off. I am expecting the same thing to happen over here. Now, so far the market hasn't shown any sign that it wants to do a triple swing, because if you look at the local price action, you'll also see my trade. Yeah, so there's my trade. 99% in drawdown at this point in time. If it reverses, it will be a miracle. Will I re-enter it? I don't know. Right. Problem with XXX this week is that they are indeed bullish. I do not trust this bullishness at all, but they are indeed quite bullish. So first let's just complete the NZD short as to why we were not looking to long but short NZD. Biggest reason is this triple swing. And then we have that daily candle into that Kijun as well. Not assume, this is a lower high that creates a lower low. So I'm going to assume that this is a lower high that will create, it may not create a lower low, but it might take out quite a lot of these lows. So that is one of the reasons why we were going short NZD, right? So it is again a triple swing based plan. Works out or not, I don't know. Okay. Now, yeah, so that's it. That was the reasoning for the short. The minute 30 trend doesn't agree with it, neither does the H1 trend. The H4 is printing a reversal, okay, because that is the low high that created the low low. So we have a break there. We have a high low and we have a high high. So I was expecting this to get faded and the market to basically take out these lows and these lows. So far it looks like it might keep going higher. Okay. So as far as the short is concerned on NZT, I don't know whether I'll re-enter it or not. If I see some concrete trigger, I might re-enter again, or I might just watch it play out. Okay. Now let's go over the reason why I feel that XXX are indeed bullish this week. So if you look at odd trend up, clean break and hold above the previous week's high. So my system says that any pullback towards the weekly open is a buy to target the 1.2x extension. Okay. That's a valid trade, and we were indeed going to take it, and that was going to be our hedge to NZD. So we were going to go long on odd upon the big breach of weekly open, and while also being short on NZD. But so far the market's pretty much telling us that no, NZD is going to keep going up, and I think odd will do the same. So in any case, the odd is a very good long, and we I've not taken it. So there's no order for odd USD. You'll see, right? There's no order here. Why is there no order on odd USD? Simple reason for that is I do not understand what odd USD is trying to achieve. So if you look at the daily chart of odd USD, the Aussie dollar, we have a lower high there. And how do we know that? Because the market has created a lower low. Okay. So this could be a pullback into resistance and the market could sell off. Okay. One thing. This could be a deviation, right? In case if it turns out to be a deviation, yes, the market can go towards the range high because from range low we go towards the range high. That's correct. But what's also correct is that the market could come first down towards the range low, test the broken base of the deviation, and then go towards the high. In both of the cases, the long fails, right? In case of this being a lower high, the long fails because then this will be a lower high and the market goes down. In case of this being a range low and this being the range high, the long fails because if the market visits this region, the longs are going to get stopped out anyway. And in the third scenario, the market just keeps going up. In that case, we have no fill, so we have no trade. So in about 70% of the cases, odd USD long seemed like a low probability, very, very low probability trade. So we did not take it. Now, if you just go by the parameters of trend, yes, H4 up, H1 up, and we have a clean break and hold above the last week's high, which is the orange line. So you should indeed go long. But we have not because of the previous mentioned reasons. So that's it for odd and NZT. Let's go over EG. So EG, well, in case of EG, you have everything, right? So what we did not have on AUD USD, we have on EG. So we know that this is a clean area of resistance, okay? And this is a clean area of support, or you can say that this is a clean area of support. Any of that goes. Upon the weekly open, we have a clean break and downtrend below the last week's low. So any pullback into that high or into that high is a short based on weekly fibs and based on the fact that there's a resistance coming from to the left side. Okay, that is a short. The market should not go back above that high. In that case, that would be a test of support and the market going up. So that's our invalidation. Up there is an invalidation, and we're looking to take it towards a support or the 1.2x extension. So in case of structure and in case of Fibonacci, in both cases, EG qualifies as an A plus trade. Okay. Now I might regret saying this because when you say an A plus plus, it has like a 95% chance of working out. But that's not always the case. Anyways, we'll just go with what we can see or what we have right now. So we know that this is a clean resistance level. So any pullback in this region is a short. The market should hold on to that high. And this area is support along with this area. So the market should head over down there. That's the plan for EG. It satisfies the price action conditions of price action and conditions of Fibonacci as well. So we are taking the trade. USD CAD, we have nothing so far. We either wait for a break above the weekly open, that would be a reversal, or we wait for a break below the last week's low. In that case, we would expect a continuation to the downside. So we would short any high into the weekly open to the 1.2x extension, which is there. Okay. So clean break below the orange, you go towards white, 1.2x. If it breaks above the weekly open, you look to target the poor highs of the previous week, which are definitely there. The double top or that M there. Good area of liquidity. So that's it for currencies. I have nothing on euro. There is literally no price action on euro, so I have nothing on euro. NZD, we'll think about re-entering it, or we might just watch it play out. We might watch it just go up or down. I don't care, because we have already sort of fat fingered a trade, right? Fat finger is basically a phenomena where you misclick or you do something by mistake and then it eats up into your risk for the week and you have to basically just sit things out. Not often that I fat finger. Earlier I used to a lot, but not these days. It just seemed to happen today very, very quickly, unconsciously. I just saw an X button. Like I saw an X button there and I was like, okay, let me shut down my toolbox before I open the recording. And actually the X there was a trade and the toolbox X is there. Wow. What a stupid mistake. Crazy. Okay. So since we're done with NZT, USD, since we're done with currencies and since we're done with crypto, let's move over to the next section. Next section we have oil. So in case of oil, it is this broken base that the market keeps knocking back at every time. So that is the first test, right? And then it started grinding back. That is the second test. If the market has a clean break and hold above the last week's high, I would buy any pullback into the weekly open to target the 1.2x extension or the pink or the white there. So the 1.2x extension is up there. So I will most likely be targeting above that. So the trade would look something like this. Once we have a clean close above there, established, buy any pullback towards the weekly open, expect the low of the week to hold, maybe give it a bit of a buffer, target there or there. Obviously we'll modify the bid according to the price action that we have at that point in time, but this is just a model setup. In case of silver, you know that we were long silver. Why were we long silver last week? Okay, so high, low, high, low, confirmation, higher, high. Okay, so I went long at that pullback. Market made a high and then closed pretty much break even. This week's opened. If we get a clean close above the gray, or even if we get a close above that region, I will look to long into the pink to target the last week's high. This is a setup that I'm willing to take if the market triggers, right? Or if the market gives the trigger, then definitely we'll take the setup. Nothing on gold, absolutely nothing on indexes, any of the indexes, nothing, no information available. Look like a reversal, but they've come into resistance. I am most likely expecting the indices to go up. Yes, that's right. I am expecting the indices to go up, but right now there's no price action to back that up. Well, technically there is if you count last week, but I don't. Okay. Plus the price action seems very hazy to me. So we'll keep it as it is. Silver is the only one that I'm looking to trade in this section. So in all of this section, silver is the main thing that I'm looking to trade. And then when it comes to currencies, the things that I'm looking to trade are basically NZD USD, OD USD, Euro GBP, and USD CAD. So there are 4 pairs that I'm looking to trade. And crypto, I'm looking to trade both the crypto. So I'm looking to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum, looking to basically short them. High probability trades, in my opinion, are Ethereum BTC, Euro GBP, and silver. Rest of them, nothing better than 50-50. So that's it for all the setups for the week. We've gone over currencies, we've gone over cryptos, and we've gone over metals, indices, and oil. If something comes up, I'll update with a video or a picture in the community tab. But apart from that, signing off for Monday. Bye bye, take care.